Hi, my name's Katie. I'm representing Kidderminster District Youth Trust and I'm a specialist substance misuse youth worker.
What are the effects of E and how long does it last?
E is ecstasy, which is a stimulant drug, and the effects depend on how much of the ecstasy that you take. So if you take a small amount, you'll have a small effect. If you take a larger amount, a longer effect. Ecstasy normally lasts for 45 minutes to about an hour and a half. It will increase your heart rate. It can give you feelings of joy, of love, maybe sexual arousal. But on the flip side of that, you may also have panic attacks. You may get heart palpitations, you may get dehydrated, and in certain cases it can lead to people passing out because they become so dehydrated, their bodies will shut down.
What does cocaine do to the body?
Cocaine is a stimulant drug, exactly the same as ecstasy, so we'll have some of the same effects as ecstasy, except it's a much more powerful hit, which means that it will go into your system within 60 seconds of you snorting it or putting it in your mouth, and can last anything up to 20 minutes.
How can I drink safely?
You can drink alcohol safely. Lots of people will tell you that alcohol is bad and that alcohol is dangerous. Alcohol can be dangerous. Alcohol can do some serious damage to your body. Alcohol can make you pass out. Alcohol can make you sick. However, it's about knowing your limits. If you know what you can drink and how much you can drink safely. If you stick to within your daily amount of units, which for women is 2 to 3, and which for men is 3 to 4, that's roughly around a large glass of wine for women and about 2 pints of regular strength lager for men. Obviously that doesn't sound very exciting. However, if you are small and you don't drink very often and you suddenly drink half a bottle of vodka, you're going to fall down and you're going to be quite poorly. However, if you know how much you can drink, if you drink a few units, you mix it with Coke or you mix it with lemonade, you space it out over a longer period of time and don't neck half a bottle of vodka in 10 minutes, then you're much more likely to have a good time and to be safe. Make sure that your parents know where you are. Make sure your friends know where you are. Importantly, make sure you know how you're getting home. Where are you staying tonight? Are you staying at your friend's house? Are you going home? If you're going home, do your parents know that you're drinking? Are you going to get into trouble if you're going home drunk? Take all of these things into account before you go out. Can you afford to get a taxi? Can you afford to get a bus? You can be safe. It's up to you. You make your decisions. You make your choices. Get educated about alcohol and you can be as safe as you want to be.
Is cannabis good for you?
In a short answer, no. However, cannabis can be used by people who have certain types of cancer, rheumatoid arthritis, people who have muscle cramps and problems with their backs. Cannabis is a muscle relaxant. If you think about a muscle cramp as your fists and you pull them really tightly together and you hold them for a while, it gets really painful. What happens when you smoke cannabis is that it just relaxes the muscles, which means that if you're in pain, it can just relax the muscles that are in pain. That's all it does. It doesn't cure anything. It gives you a feeling of relaxation, but it can also give you feelings of paranoia. It can make you feel very sick. And cannabis is a very addictive substance as well. Lots of people think that cannabis isn't addictive. People who are in pain, people who have depression, people who have ADHD, they may self-medicate with cannabis and they can become addicted to the way that it makes them feel.
Are legal highs worse than illegal drugs?
Legal highs are really interesting. People think that they are fine because they're legal. However, legal highs have come about so that people who make drugs can get around the drug laws. So if you think about a drug like ecstasy, it might be made up from 5 different chemical components. If you take one of those chemical components out and you replace it with a different one, you've got a really similar drug, except it's slightly different. However, this drug is legal, whereas ecstasy is not legal. It's a very quick and easy way to get around drug laws in the UK. And as fast as the government is putting bans onto legal highs, they are bringing out more and more. So the government are never going to be able to keep up to date with all of the drugs that are coming through. However, they are not safe and a lot of them have exactly the same effects as illegal drugs do.
Why are there different classes of drugs?
So there's different classes of drugs because in the 1970s, the government decided that drugs were slightly out of control and they needed to put something in place to help people really understand about different drugs. So in the 1970s, they put together a policy and procedure document. I won't bore you with details, but basically it classed different substances in a different way. So Class A's are deemed as the most dangerous substances. They will have the hardest effect on your body. They are more likely to kill you, apparently. Class B's, the midsection, same kind of effects, but maybe not as bad. Class C's are the lowest band, and then you've got legal drugs, things like alcohol and cigarettes. However, alcohol and cigarettes account for more deaths in the UK than any of the illegal substances put together. These drug laws have not been looked at since the 1970s, which means that drugs that are a Class A drug currently might be needed to move down. Drugs that are Class C have been moved up every now and again. They've played around with them, but it basically means this is what the government thinks is the most dangerous. Class C, not very dangerous. Class B, mid-danger. Class A, very dangerous. And the prison sentences that go along with being caught with these types of drugs will also represent how dangerous those drugs are as well.
How are legal steroids different to illegal steroids?
This is a little bit of a difficult one because they're not really different to each other. Prescribed steroids and illegal steroids are pretty much the same thing. Steroids are used to strengthen the body. So whether you're using it to strengthen your lungs, if you've got a brown inhaler, or if you're using it because you've got a problem with your legs or your arms and you need to strengthen them up, you might get given tablets by the doctor. If you've got a chest infection, again, steroids might be given to you to help clear that up. However, steroids used differently, so steroids that are injected straight into the muscles, usually by bodybuilders or weightlifters, people trying to bulk up, can have a very serious effect on your body. It can increase aggression. It can make your testicles and penis shrink if you're a man. If you're a woman, it can decrease the size of your breasts. It's essentially testosterone. And testosterone injected straight into a male or female body will increase hair, which isn't good for women, I think sometimes. Can be quite off-putting. It can also, as I said, increase aggression. It can make people not very happy, not very friendly. But what it means is that you can train twice as hard. So instead of having to rest your muscles, you can train your muscles every single day, which can have a very negative impact on your body as you're growing.